So before you get started streaming, there's a few things you're going to need. First, you need an Xbox One on the same network as a PC. You need a PC running Windows 10, preferably with a pretty good graphics card. And by the way, they recommend that both these connected wired. However, I have my Xbox One wireless and my PC is wired. A wired controller, and that's because you don't want that controller to go to sleep while it's connected up to your Xbox. And you're going to have a controller attached to your PC as well to control the Xbox. Now what's really exciting about this whole situation is that if you're like me, you have your Xbox hooked up to some big screen somewhere, and it may not be in the same place where your PCs are. So what this is going to allow you to do is while somebody's watching TV through your set-top box or whatever, and you can't play an Xbox game, you can now go to any PC that's got Windows 10 and start playing it. Now here's the Xbox close-up. In the back you'll see there's a micro USB to USB cable that you need to plug into your controller so the controller doesn't go to sleep while you're off somewhere else playing a game. And there it is plugged into the Xbox controller. So all you have to do is plug it into the back, and there's the back of the controller there, the micro USB connection. Now, first thing you want to do is go to your Xbox. This should already be done for you, but let's just check anyways. You need to go to your system settings and check your preferences. And there's many different ways to get there, but you can right click on most icons and there's a thing that says settings. So let's do that. We'll go to settings here, and we'll come over here and we'll go over to preferences, and you'll see that right here it already should be set up. It happened on the end of July that it's set up to go ahead and do streaming from Windows 10. Now the other thing you have to set up while you're here is you go down to the power and startup, and you go in here, and your power mode upper column here is right now it's energy saving, which means I cannot wake it up remotely. Now right now it's not listed about Windows 10, but it talks about waking it up automatically with your voice. Nonetheless, you have to have it on instant on to turn it on from the PC. So if you go here and you click on there and you change this to up here to instant on instead, you'll be able to wake it up just by saying it, but also from your PC. Now remember, it uses more power, it automatically downloads updates and all that stuff in the background. But just to let you know that you have a choice. Otherwise you have to walk wherever your Xbox is and turn it on manually. So we're going to go over to the control panel under Network Sharing Center, and we're going to go over to the Home Group and Sharing Options right there. And we're going to, let me go back again. Change Advanced Sharing. Okay, if you look here, we have the private network to my local stuff turned on, so we can do all that stuff. But more importantly, if you go down to the network setting, you'll see an option called turn on media streaming, and you need to do that. So what happens then, it finds all your devices on your network, and sure enough, there's the Xbox One. It's already enabled. All you got to do is get out of here and you're done, and you're ready to start streaming to the Xbox. So let's go take a look at that. So we fire up the Xbox app, we get over here and we do the test streaming. And if we click here, we do the start test. Now it takes several minutes. I've cut this down quite a bit. But at the end, you should be able to get a connection. But if you get this, you have to go back and check those settings that we just covered. So once you check those, you should be able to come back here and say test streaming. And again, it takes a couple minutes, but you should get back something that looks a little bit like this. I'm logged into Windows here. I'm going to go to the Xbox app. I'm logged in Windows Old Guy Geek. The Xbox does not have that account. It has my real name account. So if I try to connect up it from my Old Guy Geek account on Windows, and I click on down here, and I say connect up to the Xbox One, I don't have the rights to access that account on the Xbox One, so I get this message. So we have to fix that. And that's as easy as just logging into Windows 10 as the same account that's on the Xbox. It now knows I have rights to do it. That's no problem. Except for I don't have the Xbox controller that's hooked up to my PC turned on, so I press the button to turn it on, click here, and we're good to go. Now, the only thing you have to remember is that if you have your mouse in your hand, you're only clicking on a stream here. You're looking at a picture. The control is passed over to the PC controller that you have hooked up to your PC, because no matter how many times you click with a mouse, nothing's going to happen here. So you put that down and grab your controller, and you can navigate your Xbox interface just as if you were sitting right in front of it downstairs or wherever it's at. So now that we're in and everything's tested, we're going to actually finally do some streaming. And I'm just going to choose a simple game here, Pool Nation. It's a pool simulator. And I want to cut down the loading time here a little bit so it gets a little faster. But we're going to take a look. And remember, this capture that you're seeing will have a little bit of lag because I'm recording on top of the streaming. So the system, my PC, is a little slow in doing that. But in reality, this streams perfectly fine. No lags, no nothing, no problems whatsoever. Yeah, plus, this Windows 10 is running on a test system, not on my highest powered system for gaming yet. So let's go in here and I'm going to load up my career, my illustrious pool career, and we'll choose 9-ball, go in here and start playing a game. Now remember, what's important about this is that the Xbox is sitting downstairs in the cabinet hooked up to a large screen TV where it's usually used at. But right now, my wife, or it could be your wife, girlfriend, kids or whatever, are watching a movie on the big screen TV, and you couldn't play the Xbox, or your kids couldn't play the Xbox while you're watching a movie. Now I can go down from any Windows 10 PC and stream that Xbox to there while somebody else is using the big screen TV. So there you have it, how to set up and configure your Xbox and Windows 10 to go ahead and stream to your PC so you can play it from any Windows 10 PC on the same network in the house. So enjoy. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe to Old Guy Geek. Come on back for Windows 8 and Windows 10, and Windows Phone 8 and Windows 10, and general how-to videos, all here to help you make the most out of your system.